Hello guys, welcome to Dan's IT Network. So now it's time for us to assign a static route, okay, onto this router 1 and router 2 so that this router would be able to communicate with this network, and also same as on this router can communicate to this network. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go first onto this router, okay, and I'm gonna spread this up, and then I'll type here comp to go to the global config mode because we need to assign a static route. And to assign a static route, I need to type this command IP route, okay? And then I need to know the network. So this is the network, right? So I need to put this network is the .128, okay? So 192.168.1.128, okay? And then I need to put the subnet mask, which is 255.255.255.192. Okay. And then the next one should be, let's say we want it to go out on this interface. Okay. So out of this interface, which is 0/1/0, in order for this router to reach this network. Okay. So let's go out in here. I need to type in here serial 0/1/0. Okay, right. Well, it says in here default route without gateway. If not a point-to-point interface, it may impact the performance. Well, that is true, but this is just a router to router connection. Well, that is fine, right? Should be good to go. And I'll save the configuration in here by typing the do right. I'll close this, and let's go on to the next router. Right? I'll go to the global config mode, typing the comp T. All right. So I am on the global config mode, so I'll type here IP route, and then since we are on the router 2, we need to know about this network, the 1.0. Okay. So 192.168.1.0, and the subnet mask, since it's a /26, okay, the subnet mask, it should be, okay, 255.255.255.192. Okay. All right. And then since we are onto this router, okay, so we need to go out on this interface. Okay. So serial 0/1/0 go out, okay, in order for this router to reach this network. Okay. So I'll type here serial 0/1/0. Okay. And there you go. Let's save the configuration. All right. And before we ping, all right, before we ping, let's view the IP route. All right. Let's open up this router 1, and I'll hit the Control C on the keyboard to go to the privilege mode, and I'll type here show IP route. Oh, sorry, I just type in here. Okay. All right. So now, can now this router see the .128 network? Definitely, okay, because it is now included on the routing table, right? But this time, okay, it does not mention that it's local or connected. It says in here it's S. So what does S stands for? So S stands for static. Why? It's because we created a static route, right? So after we created a static route, then the router then knows about the network, okay, which is the 192.168.1.128/26, okay, is directly connected to a serial 0/1/0, right? So this is the router, and in order for this router to reach this network, it goes out onto this serial interface, okay, and then um, the router was able to reach the network using the static route. Okay, that is why it is showing in here that this is the static. Okay, and it should be the same on this router. Let's view the second router, and I'll hit the Control C on the keyboard to go to the privilege mode, and I'll type here show IP route. Okay, all right, and let's check. So let's check if this router can see the 1.0. Okay, this is the 1.0, which is here. Let's see. There you go. It is showing, right? So it's S stands for static because we created a static route. Okay, so the router knows how to get this network. Okay, because we assigned a static route on this router too, which is 192.168.1.0. This is the /26. All right, it is not /24. Okay, so this is the subnetted network. I mean subnetted IP address or network actually, sorry, subnetted network IP address that we created. Okay, let me correct that, and is directly connected to a serial 0/1/0. Okay, so you notice that on this router, it goes out on this interface. Okay, so 0/1/0 in order for this router to um, connect to this network. Okay, so static route. Okay, so let's close this and let's try to ping. Okay, we should be able to ping though because it is showing on the routing table. So I'll type here ping. Let me just do the up arrow key again. Well, because we did it before, right? So this is the dot 130. Okay, see, this is the dot 130. All right, so let's ping it. It's pinging, right? And we are receiving a reply, right? And that's good. Okay. And other thing that we can do though, well, since we assign a static route in here, and we assign another static route, okay, we can also assign a default route. Well, instead of assigning a static route, we can do a default route. Okay, it's just the same though, but default route is much easier. All right, so I'll go to this router. Let's remove the static route. Okay, let's play with it since you know we're doing some experiment in here. Okay, for us to learn something. All right, so let's go to the global config mode. I'll type here upcompt. Okay, so the command that I execute. This is the command that I executed. All right, to enable the static route. Right. So I'm just gonna say no onto this one to disable it. All right. Let me disable this. Now it's already disabled. Okay. I just added no here, and then I'll to enable the default route. All right. This is the command is IP route. Okay, let's type 0.0.0.0. Okay, meaning is any IP unknown, any unknown IP address. Okay, all right, and 0.0.0.0, any unknown subnet mask. Okay, which is all. All right, and then let's do the same thing. It will go out on this serial 0/1/0. Okay, so 0/1. I'm sorry. I need to put serial 0/1/0. Okay, let's do that. Right, we got the same message, but that's fine. Right, let's save the configuration. Do right. Okay, and I'll close this one. I'll open this next router, and we'll do the same thing. Okay, so I'll type here compt to go to global config mode, and then I'll just use the up arrow key. Okay, to see the last command that I entered. Okay, I'm just gonna say, just gonna add no in here and then space to disable the static route. Then I'll add a default route, which is IP route, and then 0.0.0.0. Okay, any unknown IP address. Okay, 0.0.0.0, any unknown subnet mask, right? And then 0.0/1/0. Okay. All right. So I'll hit enter, and we got the same message, but that's fine. And let's save the configuration to right. Okay. So now let's view the routing table. Okay, on this router two. Okay, this router two. Okay, let's view. I'll hit the Control C on the keyboard. Okay, to go to the. I'm sorry. There we go. So I'm on the privilege mode. I'll type here show IP route. Okay. All right. So now, since I am on the router 2, I need to see the 1.0/26. Okay, /26. All right. Well, 1.0 is showing, but it's /24, so this is not the one that we're looking for. Well, I cannot see it. All right. I cannot see the 1.0/26. Why? It is because we set up a default route. That is why the IP address is not showing. Instead of um, having that IP address available on the routing table, is we have this. Okay. uh, S asterisk, stands for that this is the default route. Okay, if there is an asterisk, well, if it's S only, it's a static, but if it has a asterisk, it is a default route. And it says in here 0.0.0.0/0. It means all unknown. Okay, all unknown IP address. Okay, is directly connected to a serial 0/1/0. If we will look onto this router, this is the serial 0/1/0. It goes out, meaning is it will allow then any unknown IP address. Okay, should be able to go inside into this router, and the router should be able to ping it. Okay, so that's the default route. It's much easier, all right, compared onto the static route. So let's say on this router, let's pretend that we don't know. Let's say if we don't know this network, well, we can just type the 0.0.0.0, okay, because we don't know the network though. So, and then same as onto this router, if we'll view um, the routing table, okay. So let me show you here, show IP route. Okay, it's the same thing, right? We got here the static, and then it's as the asterisk, so it is a default route, right? So the 128 is not showing on the routing table because we assigned a default route. Okay, it's the same thing we have it here. It goes out on the serial 0/1/0. Okay, to look for you know any unknown network should be able to um, go onto this router, should be able to, we can ping, right? So I hope you're actually getting the point, right? And here, this is the default route, all right? So again, default route is much easier, right, compared to the static route. And that's it. And let's try to ping just to prove that, we can use the default route aside from the static route. Okay, I'll just use the arrow key. And there you go. It is pinging, right? And that's it. It's good to go.